Hey Sarah, have you heard about celery juicing? Yeah, I have. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Do you do it? Yeah, I do. What's it like? Well, let me show you. In 2019, the trend of celery juicing was pretty much inescapable. I felt like everywhere I looked, I saw people holding up their mason jars full of celery juice, happily chugging this away, and it naturally piqued my interest. And I was like, okay, as a health coach, I need to know what is going on. So I decided to buy the celery juice book. This guy right here. Here it is without the cover. I hate book covers. I don't know, it's just a weird thing about me. I take them all off, but hey, it's still pretty. And what really matters is the information that's in the book, right? The first question I wanted to know is, what's in celery that makes it work?
Meet my friend called sodium cluster salts. Yes, this is a group of strawberries that I got dirty and put a sign on called sodium cluster salts. But what it represents is a cluster of sodium salts. That is the main property within celery that makes it work.
You might be thinking, salts? But I don't want to consume something that has a lot of salt in it. That's not good for you. That'll affect your blood pressure. On and on and on. But wait, it's not that kind of salt. This is pink Himalayan salt. There's no salt in celery. It is not real salt. It is a mineral salt, meaning it does not affect your blood pressure. It doesn't affect your sodium levels. And it also does not affect your blood sugar levels. In fact, this is an entirely different make and model of sodium. It serves as a critical component of neurotransmitters. Better said, it is the ultimate neurotransmitter chemical. It's what makes celery juice the most powerful electrolyte beverage on the planet.
This is how the sodium cluster salts work. The sodium cluster salts in celery juice surround and are able to neutralize toxins as they're floating through the bloodstream and organs. They disarm the troublemakers, making them more friendly and acceptable to the body, thus less toxic. Okay, that toxin has been disarmed, and now the sodium cluster salts, they float in your bloodstream, they go into your organs, into your brain, and they find other things to attack and attach themselves to, thus disarming. In this one, they found a virus, could have been the Epstein-Barr virus, this shingles virus, one of those nasty bugs making you sick, and they disarm it and make it a friendly virus that cannot hurt you and make you sick any longer.
Here's a caption from the book. The sodium cluster salts in celery juice are able to neutralize toxins as they are floating through the bloodstream and organs. That means that when the cluster salts touch them, they disarm the troublemakers, making them more friendly and acceptable to the body and less toxic, so that they don't do harm to our human cells and organ tissues. Now that's really cool. Next, I'm gonna read off as fast as I can just some of the top 4 benefits drinking celery juice every day can do for your body. Ready? The sodium cluster salts in celery juice are able to neutralize toxins that are floating through your bloodstream and organs. It also diffuses toxic heavy metals that are damaging the liver and feeding the viruses, rendering those metals such as copper, mercury, and aluminum inactive, thus not harming you anymore. The sodium cluster salts also fight off unwanted bacteria and viruses, as well as old antibiotics still floating in your system. The salts kill bacteria, fungus, and viral overgrowth. It also supports your building more bile. It is the ultimate liver rejuvenator. Now, if that isn't enough straight up facts of how this can be beneficial to you, I don't know what it's gonna take. Now, the good part. I am going to show you how to make your very own celery juice. This is celery. They sell it at the store in what's called a bunch or a stalk. Now, let's talk about juicers. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to juicers. It really is super simple, ladies. There's two types of juicers. There is a high-speed juicer, which is what I have, and there is a low-speed juicer. It's called low. I call it low speed because it's really freaking slow. But the real term for it is a masticating juicer. Those are the ones that you may have seen that have a long spout. I'll put a picture in, and you feed the celery into the top, and it just kind of chomps it like chomp, 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 and it's really slow, and it takes a lot of time. I don't have time in my life for a super duper slow juicer. So I like my juicer because it's crazy fast. All right, I want to show you. If you buy organic celery, the only thing you need to do is rinse it off in the sink, because celery being grown in the ground ends up having a lot of dirt on the stalk, and I don't know about you, but I don't really want to be drinking dirt. So I always cut off the end, put mine in the sink full of water, give it a good rinse, drain it, and that's it pretty much. So this celery is dry because it's been sitting out for a couple of hours so I could show you on this video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a handful of celery. I usually use like 4 or 5 pieces at the same time. I'm going to turn on my juicer. Stick them in the top. Down and down. Coming out the bottom. And that's it. Let me show you a little closer. I gotta show you how to do this with one hand. So here we go. This container has ounces on the side, and I drink 16 ounces a day, which is this top line. Okay, so I juiced almost the whole stalk. Literally, if I would have put those 2 last pieces in, it would have overflowed. And here's what it looks like full. And now I'm gonna just transfer it into a mason jar. Okay, this is what it looks like in the mason jar. And I'm gonna grab my straw and I seriously love it now. The first couple of times I drank it, I was like, oh gosh, this is disgusting. But after just about a week or 2, I started learning to enjoy it, and now I literally crave it. And if I don't have it every day, I miss it, and my body tells me, like, we want our celery juice, go get me some. I do this every single morning when I wake up. It's the first thing I do. I do not drink any water. I do not brush my teeth. I stumble downstairs with my bed head in my bathroom. I make my celery juice. I start chugging it, and then I go make my bed. I pray. I start my morning routine. I walk my dog. But it is the very first thing I do on an empty stomach, which is the key to all of this. And that is what you need to do as well if you're going to start doing this, is make sure you do not take your thyroid medication, you do not drink any water, you do not drink any coffee, especially, and you just drink your celery juice on an empty stomach. So after all that, when I got the book, I learned about it, I saw the trend, I saw the hype, and I started trying it myself. I remember thinking, oh, okay, well, this is cool. I was comparing myself to the people that I saw online, like, oh, well, she had her entire patch of psoriasis and eczema healed up, but, I don't have anything like that, so I'm not really seeing any benefits. And then, after about a month of drinking it, 2 months, I just one day realized, I haven't had any anxiety or panic attacks in a while. And I was like, and you know what else? My energy levels have improved a lot. I think, I'm onto something here. And so what I mean by that, it wasn't some big, extravagant, like slap you upside the head transformation that I noticed. It was just this like silent, gradual change in my body that just, like I said, kind of dawned on me one day, like, I'm getting out of bed a little easier. And that was a huge win for me, especially in the energy department, which I know we all are suffering from. And so I just basically built my own testimony that celery juice works. I've been doing it ever since. So I drink celery juice every morning. How long has it been now? About a year. Oh, probably going on like a good solid year every single day. Even when I go on vacation to Las Vegas, I juice up my celery juice and I bring it with me. Although it's not exactly what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to have it fresh every day, but it's better than nothing, drinking it if it's a couple days old. I'd rather have that than nothing, is what I mean. So I highly encourage you guys to include this in your life as soon as you can. You can find these juicers like anywhere. You can probably even get them off of Walmart's website. Just look up juicer. Like this brand is Breville, Breville. Breville. It's called the Juice Fountain. This is kind of an older model because I've had it for a little while, and I actually bought it used for $50. And yeah, I got it off a guy that never used it. It was brand new. He never used it. It's like a $200 machine, and he sold it to me for $50. So there's all kinds of deals like that. If you look on Craigslist or OfferUp or Let It Go, any of those apps where people are selling their stuff, and maybe you can get one shipped to you or locally in town and go pick it up like I did. This has absolutely become a staple in my life, and it's something that I will do forever. Even though I am better, I don't want to accidentally catch other viruses or bacteria or have any other parasites enter my body. So now it's more like a maintenance for me, where I want to stay well and kick out any opportunistic pathogens that we're exposed to all the time everywhere we go that could get into our systems and cause us to have symptoms. Seriously, this is definitely something that I highly encourage anyone that has a thyroid illness to start. But that's exactly what it is. It's a good starting point. Trust me, there is so much more work that needs to be done. We need to address the actual buildup in the liver, all the viruses and the heavy metals. The heavy metals, you guys, we are riddled. And there are some fantastic antiviral, antibacterial protocols, diet eliminations, supplements, and smoothies, recipes that we need to integrate into your life in order to continue killing off the bugs that are making you sick. Celery juice does do that, but not entirely. It can't completely eliminate and eradicate everything out of your body that is making you sick. So that's where I can jump into your picture and help you figure out more in depth of what's going on with you If you are interested in getting more information or help from me, go ahead and go to CoachSarahJoy.com and click on book a free discovery call, and we will chat soon. Thanks so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed my video. Share it with anyone you know that needs this information. Take care. Bye.